what I wanted to do now is, we want to see all of this, some of this in action. So we have created a story to show you some of this capability. So I'll invite David back on to walk us through this demo. And so let's see it in action.
Thanks, G.
Yep.
Okay. So if you're a frazzled parent like me, I think you're going to relate to this story. Okay, so what we wanted to do is show you a day in the life of a family, John and Amy, who are very busy, not very well organized, but thanks to all the technologies G just talked about, collaboration, Customer 360, and AI, they wind up having a great day with their kids at the zoo. But let's see how it all starts out. So here you've got Amy and John and their two kids, Sophie and Max. And it's Saturday morning, and Sophie says, hey, aren't we going to the zoo today? And Amy says, oh yeah, I forgot. Let's see if we can get this organized last minute. So what Amy does, since she's under pressure from the kids, is she doesn't have time to consult the knowledge base. She doesn't have time to go look at an FAQ on the zoo's website. So she just calls, as many frazzled people will do. So I'd like to bring up Anna. Anna, come on up to the stage, who's going to play Amy here for us. And we're going to see what this phone call is like to the zoo. So Anna, you want to take us through your motherly call to take care of Sophie here?
Thanks, David.
And just one, so Anna's going to do a live call, and I would request all of us to keep the ambient noise down. So if we all start laughing, then it's not going to work.
Okay, let's do this.
Thank you for calling the London Zoo. How can I help you?
Hi, are you open today?
Please hold on. The London Zoo is open every day of the year except Christmas Day between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay, Anna, why don't you try Amy calling one more time?
One more time? Okay.
And asking the same question a different way. And
Sure.
let's see what happens.
Yeah, I can do that. Let's try this again.
Thank you for calling the London Zoo. How can I help you?
When does the zoo open today?
Between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Thank you.
Please wait. Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Sure.
Okay, great. Give it up for Anna and Amy. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, fantastic. G, you want to take them through the back end here?
So I just wanted to talk a little bit about what you saw there. And so as I explained earlier, so now you can see the London Zoo can actually customize Freddy. They're calling it Dumbo, for example. If you want to personalize your bot, you could do that. And what happens is, you can actually have Freddy import your existing FAQs or knowledge base. So you start off with definitive answers, because many businesses have standard answers. So, and then what Freddy can do is figure out the right questions automatically. And once, let's say you have, say, 10 different variants of the questions. If you can also train Freddy if you know that these questions can be asked in a completely different way. Sometimes it's not English. It could be a different terminology that the customer could use. So you can actually also see that if customers are asking questions that Freddy is not able to answer, Freddy will show you those questions that Freddy was not able to answer. So you can train the bot on the go. You can actually add different variants to the same answer and link it up. Now, all of this is fine. But if you really think about it, we are only taking a support-centric view of the problem, right? So handling customer support, we have all been trained to operate in silos. So we are thinking of it as how can I answer an L1 support question. But let's think about it from the business point of view. So why would somebody wake up in the morning and say, what time does the zoo open? Is it because they are doing a general knowledge or an essay about the zoo? No. They probably want to visit the zoo, right? So this is where things get interesting. You could actually throw in a business workflow bot into Freddy. So like you're seeing here, like when do you open today is the first question, and the London Zoo open every day between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But then what you're seeing below is you can actually trigger a bot flow, or you can transfer to a live agent. When I say trigger a bot flow, you can see that it is possible to create business bots. So we have created a book tickets bot, so which I'm linking here. So what happens here is if the customer is now coming via phone or via chat, via email, so you can see via chat, we'll show you a demo. When we link this book tickets bot, so what happens when the same question is asked, or it could be a different question, like somebody could ask, what is the price of a child ticket, right? So again, the intent of the question, somebody is asking the price of a child ticket, not to know the answer to this, but they really are planning to bring children. So you can link up bots which make business sense, and so Freddy can move beyond support to actually complete a ticket purchase. So let's...
Great, let's see that in action. So, sorry, skipping ahead here. So you saw what happened on the phone, and Sophie asked her mom, so we're going to the zoo and you have the tickets, right? And mom says, oh no, I just got the hours. And so Sophie says, Mom, let me get on Fresh Chat on the zoo's website and take care of that for you, okay? So you can see Sophie's interacting here with the chat. She's actually able to not only find out the price of the tickets, the availability of the tickets, but as G said, you move beyond the L1 ticket here. You move to the business of being able to actually buy a ticket in that chat. So you actually saw that there's a make payment button in the chat. So she gets the information from Freddy or Dumbo as he's customized here. She confirms the price of the tickets, and she's actually able to buy the tickets in the chat. So that really is a great example of the future of customer engagement. Oh, here, let's see it one more time here. So she's got the price of the tickets.
That's the L1 answer.
That's the L1 answer. And then Dumbo, being a good salesperson here, goes in for the kill and says, how many tickets would you like? And is able to offer her a make payment button right there in the chat. So you make the business case for your support. It's really pretty exciting. All right, so now the family, they know when the zoo's open, they have their tickets, they're at the zoo, they're having a good time at first, but like any good outing, things can get bogged down. And so they're at the Penguin Show waiting in a long line. But the great thing about Freshworks is you can set up all kinds of timed workflows to check in with your customers to see how they're doing, which is what happens here. At this point, they're standing in line, and Amy, the mom, gets a WhatsApp. Can we bring that up, please? The zoo checks in and says, how are you doing, Amy? Here's Amy's phone with WhatsApp coming up. And so the automated check-in message comes in, but as soon as Freshworks detects that she's not having a good time, which is could have been better, I'm stuck in a long queue, the chat is transferred to a live agent who is now at the helm of this particular chat saying, oh no, let's figure out how we can help you. And the agent at this point offers two helpful suggestions. Either there's a shorter line that's only 3 minutes, or you can get a VIP pass, again, going from the L1 to the business scenario here, that'll jump you to the front of the line. Would you like to purchase that ticket? Right there in the WhatsApp. That's really, really exciting. So now, what's really exciting about it is the family's happy because they're no longer waiting in line for the penguins, but they're jumping to the front and having a great time. Yeah, I think that's definitely worth a round of applause, because that's where experience matters, and that's where experience gets really great with the Freshworks platform. So now, toward the end of the day, they've taken tons of selfies at the zoo. They're having a great time. They take the bus home, and tragedy strikes. Amy lost her phone. She left it at the zoo. And so Sophie, being the aggressive, wonderful, educated, post-millennial little girl that she is, hops on WhatsApp and is to the rescue with her mom, contacting support via WhatsApp. Let's take a look at what Sophie does here. Hi, I'm Sophie. My mom lost her phone. Hey, Sophie, sorry to hear. Now this is Alex. This is a live agent here who's coming to the rescue. Sophie describes the phone to Alex. And this is where teamwork comes into play, where the whole team comes together at the zoo to wow Sophie and her family right here. Don't worry, Sophie. And now that has created a ticket which G is going to take you through the whole collaborative contextual experience here.
So you saw that WhatsApp conversation that Sophie actually raised. That is created as a ticket in Freshdesk. Now Alex is the support person. Now Alex needs to really contact the lost and found department. So he knows that Mary works in lost and found department. So he's going to ask Mary to check if there is a phone at the Penguin Show, right? So basically what happens is he just hits discuss and says, at Mary, can you please look into this and report? So this is all that he says. Can you please check and report? So, and now if you go to Mary's view, and Alex is not saying anything about it's an iPhone model, gray, XS, and so on. So can we switch to Mary's view? So here Mary gets a chat conversation. She can see, please look into this and report. What you see on the right is the entire ticket conversation that Sophie had. So Alex did not have to repeat all of that. So Mary now knows that she has to look for an iPhone XS gray. And so basically Mary actually goes out, finds this phone, and then comes back and says, yes, Alex, we found one near the Penguin Show. And can you switch back to Alex's view? So Alex is still in Freshdesk. So here you can see Alex is saying, okay, great, let's have this shipped to the customer today. Right? They're sending the phone back to the family.
Fantastic. And so, as William Shakespeare likes to say, all's well that ends well. The zoo is very service-oriented. They literally send one of their employees out with the phone. Amy is no longer panicked. She's got her phone back, the photos back. It turns out to be a great day, thanks to Freshworks working with the zoo to ensure that great experience. And again, you want to turn that support experience into a business opportunity and the chance to create a customer for life. So what happens is again, there's a timed campaign that goes out now via humble, good old email the next day that Amy sees on her phone. And it simply asks, hey, we hope you had a great time at the zoo. We've got lots of great stuff going on. And if you'd like to sign up for an annual subscription, we'd like to give you a discount and a great reason to come back over and over. And so Amy clicks and says, I'm ready, sign me in. And that's really what we mean by creating customers for life.